All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Up and Moving. My name is Jenna. I will be leading your workout today. If you're new here, joining us from Zoom, Facebook Live, or catching us later on YouTube, Up and Moving was started by some graduate students in the kinesiology department at Michigan Tech. And we're just here to offer some free virtual workouts during the COVID-19 pandemic. You can work out from home, a little bit safer, maybe you just like staying at home. But yeah, today I have a workout for you and you don't need a lot of equipment. As you can see over there, I have some cans of soup. I'll be using those as my weight. So if you have some little dumbbells, cans of soup, water bottles, textbooks if you're a student, you might want those. Again, you don't need them. Just body weight is totally fine for all of these. But we'll go through a couple sets of upper and lower body exercises and then we'll do a little bit of core work at the end. And then yeah, we'll get on with our weekend. So I will get set up and we'll get started in a few seconds. One person in here. All right, so we're just gonna start walking, marching in place. If you have a little bit of space, you can go forward and backward, you can go around your room, whatever you wanna do. Get those legs moving, get those arms moving a little bit. And as you feel more warmed up, maybe drive those knees up a little bit higher, maybe you're walking a little bit faster. And if you're feeling up to it, you can get a little jog, you can jog in place, you can jog in a circle, however much space you have. Make sure you keep those arms moving too. Good, and you can walk it out. Good, and then wherever you're at, we're just gonna do a side step, cross the arms, and just switch directions. Still moving those arms and those legs, moving our body in a little bit different direction, warm up some new body parts. If you're really feeling up to it, you can add a little hop to this one. Keep those arms swinging though. Really good knee control if you're hopping. Otherwise, just stick to the stepping. We'll do about 5 more. And good. You can walk it out, shake it out. Next one we're gonna do hamstring scoops. So you just step out with one foot, maybe put that toe up in the air, reach down as far as you can. You'll feel a pull behind your leg. Back up. As you saw, I wasn't getting all the way down to my foot. I can only get about halfway down my shin. And you just switch legs. Maybe at the beginning you only get down to your knee, but as you get warmed up, you can reach a little bit further down your leg. And if you can't put that toe up, if that's too much of a pull, you can keep your foot flat on the ground, just reach it out in front of you a little bit. And we're still keeping our arms moving, warming up that whole body. And good. You can shake out those arms and legs again. And then the last one we're just gonna do 3 big arm circles, each arm forward and backwards. So as you can see, nice and slow, as big as I can make it. You can do 3 forward with the first arm. Once you've done 3 forward, you can go ahead and reverse them. Again, nice and slow. Get a good stretch, a little mobility in that shoulder. Once you've done 3 on your first arm, you go to your other arm. And again, reverse after you've done 3. All right. And if you have water, feel free to grab some right now, then we'll get into our first set of exercises. We have 2 different sets of upper and lower body exercises, and then we're doing some core at the end. So you'll just need a little bit of space on the ground. All right, so the first exercise that we're going to do is a lower body exercise. I'm not going to use any weight for it. If you want one, it would be best to have something bigger, like a textbook. You can hold it in front of you. Otherwise, if you have little dumbbells, you can hold them right here. But the first one we're going to do, I'm going to show you all the way through. So you step out to your left, lateral lunge, come to the center, squat, up to the center, and then to your right, and lateral lunge. So if you want, you can just keep your feet at a little more than shoulder width apart, so you can just rotate through all 3. Otherwise, you can actually come back to center, squat, and then step out. So again, start here, step, lateral lunge. If you want to come back to center for your squat, and then step out, you can do that. If you're okay doing a squat with your legs way out here, you can do that. So we're going to go 4 on each side for the lateral lunge. So the squats, they're just in the middle, don't count them. Just make sure you're going 4 left and 4 right on your lateral lunges. If you have some stability, if you need a little stability help, grab a chair, grab a wall, something that's near you, just so it can help you stay upright. All right, whenever you're ready, 4 on each side for the lateral lunges. Don't forget the squat in the middle. Make sure you really sit that butt back on those lateral lunges. So you're here, sit that butt back as far as you can. Really get a good stretch. When you do the lateral lunges, you should feel a nice pull on the inside of this leg that's staying relatively straight. And the squat, you can choose the depth today. If you want to do a quarter squat or a half squat, it's totally fine. And good. Once you've done 4 again, I like to walk it out, stay moving a little bit in between exercises. You can grab water if you'd like. Next one, we're going to do an upper body exercise. So I will use my little cans of soup or weights here. So if you have weights, you can go ahead and grab those. All right. So I'll come up here. I'll show you from the front and from the side view. So we're just going to do some flies. So you're going to start with them nice and neutral right in front of you. And you're going to keep your shoulders where they're at. And you're going to come up and out. So from the side, I'm here, little hinge at the hips, keeping my back straight. And I'm pulling them out to the side. So my upper arm should stay right where it's at. Just giving a little twist in the shoulder, really pinch those shoulder blades together. Get those arms up and out and back in. So you're coming up and out. And again, from the side, start nice and upright. Little hinge at the hips, keep your chest up, facing forward. Hands here, and we're just rotating up and out. Let's do 8 of those. So if you have some weight, you can go ahead and grab those. And then Make sure on the way down, you come nice and slow as well. Don't let gravity just slam these back down. Make yourself work against that resistance. And remember, really pull those shoulder blades back and towards each other. Keep that chest up. Nicely done. Once you've done 8, you can set those weights down. And then we're going back to the first exercise, so the lateral lunge and the squats. So if you need to find a little bit more space again, you can do that. We'll give you a few seconds. If you don't have like a bigger weight, like a textbook or anything like that, you can use your small weights. Just maybe hold them up by your shoulders and keep them in the same spot, okay? So if you want to use weights, or if you only want to use one weight, you can hold it here in the center, help keep you balanced, keep you centered. But again, we're doing 4 on each side with the lateral lunge, and then there's a squat in the middle. So for me, this time I'm going to keep my feet way out here. So I do the lateral lunge, come to center, and I'm doing the squat with my feet way out here, and back up to this lateral lunge. Again, if you don't want to do that, you can step out, lateral lunge, step in, squat, step out, lateral lunge. It's totally up to you. And whenever you're ready, 4 on each side. As you can see, I'm choosing to hold my weights up by my shoulders, just adding a little bit of a challenge. Nothing too heavy. And good. Don't worry, we'll wait for everyone. We're just going to keep moving in between these sets, or in between these exercises. So if you need water, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I just like to stay moving. And then we're going back to those flies. So if you want to grab weights, if you weren't using them for the lunges and squats, you can grab those. We'll get started in a few seconds. All right. So again, if you don't have weights for this one or you don't want to use them, you can do it just body weight, just the hand motion. So start your hands here, lifting them out, kind of pointing those palms forward. So you make sure you're going up and out. If you have weights, same thing. Pretend like your palms are still here, and then they're facing forward at the end. So we're shooting for 8 of these. Again, we're here, standing upright, hinge at the hips, keep your back straight, chest up, facing forward, and really lifting and pulling those shoulder blades together in the back. All right, we're shooting for 8. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Make sure as you get tired, you try to keep that same rhythm up and down, nice and slow. Nicely done, everyone. And that does complete our first set of exercises. So we went through the upper and the lower body 2 times, and then we'll get 2 new exercises. Give you a few seconds in between, get a little break, then we'll get on to our next one. All right, it looks like most of us that are on Zoom are back and ready to go, so we'll get started here. The first exercise that we have for this set is a reverse lunge. So instead of a normal lunge where you're stepping forward and lunging, we're actually going to start up here, step back, and lunge. So from the side, I start here, and I step back. So it's a nice reach back here, and then you lunge. Okay, this one, if you have some trouble standing just on that one foot, hold onto a chair, hold onto the wall, take a nice step back, drop the knee, keep this almost at a 90-degree angle if you can, and then back up, and then you switch legs. All right, we're gonna shoot for 5 to 6 on each side. Okay, some of you will be able to take a nice big step back here and lunge. If you can't do that, just a little step here. You don't need to get your knee all the way to the ground. Just so you're feeling a little pull, that's all you need. So find that sweet spot for you, and then we're doing 5 to 6 on each leg. Make sure you try to keep your back and your upper body upright. You don't want to be leaning back or leaning forward when you come down. Really try to keep that chest upright. And if you need a break halfway through, partway through, just stop, stand up, shake those legs out, do a couple more. You can take as many breaks as you need. Nice work, everyone. All right. Looks like we are all ready for this upper body exercise. We'll get started. This one, I'm gonna grab these weights, these cans of soup. Again, you don't need them, but if you have them, it's nice just to add a little bit of resistance. So I will show you this one from a kneeling position so you can see the whole thing. So I'm gonna start with them. See how I'm holding them? They're facing upright, they're not facing out to the side. So you're here, bring them up by your ears. I'm just gonna do a shoulder press, but we're gonna keep our hands this way. We're not turning them out to the side. Keep your wrists nice and neutral, pushing up and back down. So you can do this from sitting, kneeling, or a standing position, whatever is comfortable for you. And again, you just start with them nice and close to your shoulder, down by your ears. Nice, all the way up until your elbows are straight. And then back down, that's 1. We're gonna shoot for 8 to 10 of these. So if you have a weight and you can only get to 8, that's okay. If you don't have weight or your weights are a little bit lighter and you can get 10, shoot for 10. But whenever you're ready, you can do this from any position that you'd like, and go ahead. If it feels too easy, maybe try to give yourself a little cadence here. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Make it a little bit harder. But again, we're shooting for 8 to 10. And if you have a mirror, if you're on the computer, you can see yourself in the camera. Try to watch yourself, see if those arms are moving at the same time. Really challenge yourself. Whew. Those are ones where I feel like the first 4, 5, 6 are really easy, and then they start to get a little more tiring. But yeah, just nice to have a little bit of weight. Push yourself a little bit. Good. And again, shake out those arms. I know it hit some different muscles in the first set. Shake out those arms a little bit, grab some water, and we're back to the top of this set. So we're gonna do the reverse lunges. So if you need to move into a different area, grab a chair to hold on to. We'll give you a few seconds to do that. All right, and if you did this reverse lunge the first time and it was too easy and you want to add weight, you can certainly do that. Again, if you have a single weight that you can hold on to, that's okay. Otherwise, for this one, I would keep them down at your side. So if you're starting, sorry, I'll let you see my feet. So if you're starting here, stepping back, just keep those weights right along your side. You don't need to move them at all. They can just hang, your arms can hang straight down. I'm opting out of the weights again for this one. But again, we're doing 5 to 6 on each leg. So whenever you're ready, remember we're keeping our chest and our back nice and upright. So we step back, see how I'm staying nice and upright, and then back up. So whenever you're ready, 5 to 6 on each leg, go ahead. Whew. Excellent work, everyone. After this, we are back to those neutral grip shoulder press. So if you want to grab a chair to sit in, you can do that. You saw me do it from a kneeling position. Otherwise, this time, I'm going to do it from a standing position. All of them work in the same way. I will say that sitting in a chair, really, if you have a back on the chair, helps keep your back nice and upright. You're not arching it or leaning it. So if you have any issues with that, you might want to sit in a chair or up against the wall. If you're standing, just helps keep your back nice and flat. Because sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. Once you start getting tired, start pushing with all those other muscles. But whenever you're ready, again, I said I'm going to do it standing this time. So if you have those weights, again, start with them facing forward and you're just bringing them straight up. And then we push till our elbows are nice and straight and back down. Again, if you don't have weights that are heavy enough, maybe challenge yourself by counting up 3 and down 3. Otherwise, you can do them on your own pace. And we're shooting for 8 to 10. Check in on yourself about halfway and make sure you're not arching that back. If you are, bring your arms down, shake it out, roll those shoulders, and then reset in a nice relaxed position. Jump back in, try to get those last few. And once you've done your 8 to 10, you can set your weights down. We would be done with our upper and lower body exercises. I'll let you take a few seconds to grab water or find some space on the ground. We have a little bit of core work. So I'm going to move my camera for you. Let's see. All right, perfect. Take a few seconds, no rush. Make sure you have some space on the ground. All right, I'll get my timer set up. All right, we'll give you a few more seconds to find your area on the ground. Got some core work this morning. We'll go through these again. We'll do 2 sets of these exercises each, and then we'll do a little cool down and get on with our weekend. Okay, looks like we are ready. So the first one we're going to do, we're just going to do flutter kicks. So if you haven't done these before, start laying right on your back. For a lot of us, it helps to put your hands underneath your butt, and you're going to lift those legs just a few inches off the ground, and you're going to flutter those feet so you're not kicking really high, just nice little flutters. So we're going to do that for 20 seconds. When we get to the 20-second mark, I'll let you know. So if you're tired, if your abs are burning, you can drop out there. Otherwise, we'll go all the way to 30 seconds if you want to go a little bit longer. So again, I'll let you know when we're at 20. If you're still ready to keep going, we'll go for 30 seconds. All right, get in your position and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So just nice little kicks. Keep those feet off the ground. If you get tired but you're not ready to quit, set them down for a second and then jump back in. And we're at 20 seconds. Go for 10 more if you're feeling it. And 3, 2, 1, time. Nicely done, everyone. All right. Next one I got for you is a plank. So we're just going to do a regular old plank. I will show you a variation or two if you're feeling up to it. So the plank that we're going to do, you can just do it from your elbows. Again, keeping that back nice and flat. So you're here, shoulders underneath your elbows, or elbows underneath your shoulders, I should say. If you're looking for a bit of a challenge, today we're going to be up on our hands and our feet. So you're in a push-up position, and then you're going to lift one arm, opposite leg, and then back down, and then switch. So you'll reach opposite arm, opposite leg, hold it for a second, and then back down. I will show you again from this angle so you can see a little bit better. So I'm lifting right arm, left leg, and then back down, left arm, right leg, back down. If you don't want to do that, we're just doing a regular old plank on our forearms, on our elbows, and just hold it. Same thing as the first one. We'll go for 20 seconds. If you can push through, we'll do 30 seconds. I will let you know when we're at 20 seconds. So if you want to try that challenging one out for a second, I'll let you see if you want to try it. All right. I'm just going to do the regular old plank. Maybe the next time through, I'll be feeling the tough one. All right, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're at 20 seconds. And if you're going 30, we're done in 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. Those were our 2 core exercises we're going to do. We'll go through them one more time. First one, flutter kicks. You start laying on your back. So if you want to start getting into that position. All right, same thing. We'll go for 20 seconds. I'll let you know when we get there. If you're able to keep going, you can keep going. I'll let you know when we get to 30 seconds. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Just nice little kicks. Just your ankles kind of rotating above each other, below each other. Keep that back on the ground if you can. And we're at 20. And we're done in 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice job. I saw a lot of you going for those 30 seconds. Love it. Awesome job, everyone. All right, we're back to that plank. Again, just the normal plank from our forearms, elbows underneath our shoulders. Nice straight line for our body. And if we're really looking for a challenge, and this one is really hard, so if you can't do it, don't feel bad at all. We're going up into a push-up position, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, hold it for a second, back down, switching, opposite arm, opposite leg. You just rotate through that for the 20 or 30 seconds. All right, you choose your variation. Maybe you didn't do the difficult one last time and you're ready to do it. Maybe you did it and it was too much. No shame, get back into the other one. All right, let's get set up. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Really try to keep your hips nice and even. We're not twisting them if we're doing this one. Keep your hips facing the floor. And we're at 20 seconds. And we're done in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Woo. I'm glad I didn't do that one for both. That one was tough. All right. I'll let you get that heart rate coming down a little bit. Feel free to grab some water. And I do have a little bit of a cool down for you, some stretches before we get out of here. Okay, I believe all of these can be done from sitting, staying on the ground. So if you're still there, you can stay there. First one we're actually gonna do is on our back. So laying on your back, I'll show you from the front view too in case you can't quite see. Starting from the back, you can have your feet up like this. You're gonna take this leg, cross it in front of your other one. So your outside of your ankle should be resting on your knee or on your thigh. You're gonna lift this foot, grab your shin. If you can't grab your shin, grab behind your leg. And just a little tug there. You're really just holding it and you'll feel a nice stretch out here. So from the front, you're here, pick up this leg, cross it over, and then you're grabbing. This foot is off the ground and you're feeling a nice pull in this leg. Good, and now keeping the same position, you're gonna raise this leg as straight as you can. I'll show you from the side. I cannot get this leg totally straight. It's okay if you can't either, but you can also, you can pull your toes towards your shin when they're up. Just stretching a different part of our leg. And good work. You can put those legs down. We're gonna switch sides. So if you did your left leg last time, you're doing your right over. If you did your right over, you're doing your left over. Same thing. Lift it up and over and cross it. And you lift this leg up and just grab. If you can't grab your shin, you can grab behind your leg. You get the same stretch. Good, and now we're gonna lift this leg up to the sky As you can see, I have a little bend here. I can't get my legs straight. It's okay if you can't. If you can, awesome. All right, and you can set that leg down. All right. Back to a sitting position. We're gonna move our arms a little bit. No, it wasn't the toughest upper body day, but we will stretch them out a little bit. So we've done this one before. I'll give you a little bit of space so you can see. So arm up, and then our fingertips are resting right below our neck, kind of between our shoulder blades. Other arm comes over and just gives a little pull. You should feel a stretch, a little pull out here. Just hold that. All right, shake it out, and then we're gonna switch arms. So again, arm up, fingers between our shoulder blades, just at the base of your neck if you can't reach that far. Other arm comes up, just gives a little tug. Still keeping that body upright. Okay, all right. We have one more, we'll do a lower stretch. So this one I've done, you can do it from a kneeling position. I'll show you so you don't feel the need to stand up. Normally you would do this from a standing position. So kind of start kneeling. You can be sitting back on your heels if you want. You're gonna reach one leg out, nice and straight. And you'll get a little pull on the inside of your leg. If you need to lean a little bit to get more of a stretch, you can do that. Otherwise, just stay nice and upright. If you want to go up, so you're not sitting on your heel, so you're like this. You can do this. Otherwise, sitting back on your heel is totally fine. Find the right stretch for you and just hold it. If you want to turn your foot out to the side, get your toe up, that'll give you a different stretch. And this is the last stretch that I have for you. So we're going to switch sides. And if you'd like, if you're joining us live, you can stick around for a minute after. We'll stop the recording and you can chat with us, say hello, critique the workout if you really want to. But we love talking to you after, so feel free to stay on. Otherwise, our next workout is Monday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we would love to see you then. And also, this Sunday, if you're joining us from the UP or surrounding area, we have our workout on Sunday at noon Eastern time on ABC 10. So feel free to check that out. We're so lucky to have that TV spot every so often. But yeah, otherwise, thank you and have a good weekend.